Welcome to the second webinar about the ePosters at AMEE. What we're going to cover today is a very brief reminder of how the ePosters will work at AMEE this year. But if you haven't already watched it, then you should watch video 1 on the support site that gives a full picture of that, or the first webinar that was made on the 1st of June. The main topic of today's webinar is about creating your mini poster, how to put the information you need to into Learning Toolbox so that AMEE can print your mini poster. And the deadline there is for doing that is the 14th of August. We'll also tell you about the ePoster Showcase, which is where we put your ePoster when it's finished and you're ready for it to be public. And we'll also give you some advice on how you can tell people about your ePoster and point them towards it. And finally, we'll remind you about the further support that's available. Okay, so AMEE is using a new ePoster platform this year. Very exciting. It's called Learning Toolbox. It was created by a European funded research project as part of the Learning Layers project. And essentially it is, Learning Toolbox allows you to, on your computer, create the ePoster, and then it's created in a way that makes it almost like an app, so that people can view, explore and interact with your ePoster on their mobile phones. In fact, they can also look at it on a computer as well, but we envisage a lot of the viewing will happen on a mobile phone or tablet. And therefore, the people at AMEE can go around, they can collect different ePosters and have all of their ePosters in their pocket on their phone, and they can leave AMEE with your ePoster and be able to contact you later about your work as well. The way they'll find your ePoster, the first way is that we will have a mini poster wall at AMEE. So instead of those huge printed posters, the A0 size ones, we will have a wall full of small A5 size mini posters, each one giving a very brief summary of your ePoster and allowing people to scan the QR code that's on the mini poster and open the ePoster up on their phone. So here you see an example of what a mini poster is. It just has the title of your ePoster, very brief summary, an image that captures your work, a take-home message, and the QR code, which leads people to your ePoster. There is another way that people will be able to find your ePoster, and that is by going to the AMEE ePosters Showcase page. All of the ePosters, when they're ready, and you've told us that you want them to be public, will be put on that Showcase page so that people can browse and look at your ePoster that way. And of course, the final way people will see your ePoster is when they come to your presentation that's scheduled as part of the AMEE conference. So again, what we're going to cover today is the work you need to do on finalising your ePoster. Now, in fact, you can continue to edit your ePoster and polish it and improve it right up to the start of the AMEE conference and beyond. However, the information in there that is used to create your mini poster must be ready by the 14th of August. And that's because the AMEE Central team will print the mini posters on the 14th of August. So whatever's in the system on the 14th of August is what will appear in your printed mini poster. You don't need to print and bring your mini poster to Helsinki. AMEE will be doing that for you. So, how do you make this mini poster? How do you put this information in? Raymond is now going to show you, using Learning Toolbox, what steps you need to follow in order to add that information in to your ePoster. So I'll hand over, Raymond.
Yeah, as you can see, I have my ePoster here and it's almost ready. There's still a picture missing and there's some bits and pieces that need to be polished, but I can do that later because now the deadline for the mini posters is coming up. So there's stuff I need to do for that. So to do that, I first press Edit. And then I have here under Stack Settings, this is also where you put the name of your ePoster. There's a box called Tags. So it's good to put some tags in here. They will show up on the mini poster, but they will also be make it easier for people to find your ePoster when they search in the AMEE showcase or in their app. So I will put some tags in here. I put in tell. I will put in sense making, and I will put in pilot. Of course, I want to put in much more, but you can just put the tags in that are relevant for your work. Now I go to the details page. This is where the other boxes are that I need to fill for the mini poster. First one is the stack description. Now this is just a short description of your work. I have that here, so I will copy it in. As you can see, this has a 350 character maximum, so you need to be brief and just make sure that it fits. This is like a teaser for people to want to know more about your work. Then credits in here, it will by default it will show your name as it is in Learning Toolbox, but you can override that and put in the names of the authors of your poster that are relevant. And the next box is where you can put in their affiliations. You can use this in any way you want. And later I will show you what they look like on the poster, on the mini poster itself. Then there are two boxes that are already filled in if you have been using one of the templates that we have. If you have built your ePoster from scratch, then you need to make sure that the box on contents, location and date, that it says AMEE 2007 with the Helsinki and the dates, and that the objective label is set to be named take home message. So, but again, if you have used any of the templates, you don't need to set those because they're already set. And then in the objective box, you just put in the take home message as it is in your abstract. There is again a 350 character maximum to this, so if you have been very wordy in your abstract, you need to be more concise here. Then we're almost done. Last thing is to put in an image. I press here and Learning Toolbox then opens the image picker as we've used it before. So you could go to image search and then search the Pixabay database, but in this case I'm going to click here and upload an image that I have set before, and then Learning Toolbox allows me to cut this to size so that it fits on the mini poster. The mini poster has an area which is a letterbox shaped area, so you need to choose an image that will fit in there. This is
Raymond, there are a couple of questions that have come in. One is about, is there any particular size limits or advice on that picture?
Yes, well, you can upload pictures of any format, or at least the most regular ones like GIF or PNG or JPEG. Just make sure that they're not too big. If you, for instance, upload a picture that has a 10,000 pixels width, then you could get in trouble with this area where you do the zoom and the resizing. So just don't make it too big. Also, don't make it too small because then you don't get it quality. So, as a rule of thumb, just make sure that you have at least like something that would print well on an A5 thing. So make sure you have like 1,000 pixels width at least. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So when we're happy here, I press apply, and then we see the image appearing here in the box. So now we're ready, and I press save. And if I then close the editor, then we can see that in the box here, we now see the image that we've just created. And we also see the description that we've just entered and the tags. So that means that when people search for your ePoster or when they see your ePoster in the AMEE showcase online, this is the information they will see. Also, they will see then the QR code that allows them to open it in their Learning Toolbox app. For now, of course, we want to see what the mini poster looks like. So to get there, we press the generate stack poster button that is right over here, and that makes now Learning Toolbox on the server creates the mini poster, and I can open it, and this is what it looks like. So you can press that button, you can see what it looks like. If you're not happy, or you see a typo, or you think I need to add more tags or shorter texts, then you can go back, you can make the changes, press the button again. Just make sure that you've made all the changes before the 14th of August, because on that date we will download these mini posters as they are at that particular time and print those. Right, now
Raymond, can I just check, when you click on the generate stack poster, where does the poster go? Where does it go?
When you click on the generate stack poster, it depends a bit on which browser you're using. It has the same effect as if you download a file. So in this case I'm using Chrome, so if I now press it, it starts, first it creates it, so that's a bit, you have to wait, but then it downloads it, and in Chrome then it shows in the bottom bar here of my browser. But in Firefox it works a bit differently, but people that use browsers that they've used before, they will know where to look. But in general, they will end up in your downloads folder.
Okay.
And from there, it's just a PDF that you can open, and you're not breaking anything by pressing this button, because it will only generate it for you. And if we then press it, then it will generate it for us. So.
Okay.
Now, I will hand over to Tamsin. So here we go.
Okay, thank you. So I think Raymond has covered there all the information you need to put into your ePoster so that we can create your mini poster. And I hope what you'll see is actually this is not very time consuming. You probably have all of this information ready already. It's just making sure you get it into your ePoster in Learning Toolbox by the 14th of August. Now, of course, at some point, you not only will have made your mini poster, but you actually are now ready to share your ePoster with the world. You are wanting people to know about it and to start interacting with it. And there are a few different ways in which you can do that. The first one is to make sure that we put it into the AMEE ePoster showcase. If you get this, the earlier you get this into the AMEE ePoster showcase, the more chance there is for people to explore your ePoster even before they actually go to Helsinki. Now, in order to get it into the showcase, all you need to do is email us and tell us that it's ready, but there are a couple of things in Learning Toolbox you need to do to make sure that it's going to be okay to be public. I will just hand back to Raymond so he can show you those few things.
Right, so we're back here. I have my my ePoster here. As you can see, I finished it now, and I found my picture. And now I can make it ready to go into the showcase. There's two things I need to do for that. The first is, of course, at the moment, because I've been working on it all by myself, this ePoster is still set to be private, as you can see here. So I click that and I make it public. And I choose Allow Anonymous Access. And this makes sure that anyone with the app can look at this poster or online on the web. So I press apply, and now it's published. And one last thing now, if I go to the bottom here, there's a link. So if you copy this link and you send it to our support email address, and you say, okay, I'm ready to put my ePoster into the showcase, then we will do that for you. but we need to have this number, otherwise we don't know which one of the many it is. Now, I hear you ask, this showcase shall show me more. So if I switch here, then this is the AMEE showcase page. At the moment there's 4 ePosters that are ready. So yours could be one of those, and then it will fill up this whole page. It's also searchable, and if you're now interested or you need some inspiration or you're just curious what others have done, you can just click one and that gets you to a page where you can see the QR code, and then you can scan that with your Learning Toolbox app, or you can press the preview button and that opens the web player in which you can also just browse the ePoster and click everywhere. Just basically interact with it. So that's that. If I can now switch back to Tamsin. There we go.
Okay, that's great. So as soon as you're happy for your ePoster to be public, follow those steps that Raymond showed you and email us to let us know that you want it on the showcase. Even once it's on the showcase, you can still continue to edit it and update it and improve it. And you can carry on doing that right up to the AMEE conference and indeed afterwards. So if during the conference you think of new things to put on, then you can even do that in the conference. Of course, we would recommend that you get it as completely finished before the conference. Those would just be for extra things that you're learning at the conference itself. Okay, so as well as putting it on the showcase, the other thing you can do is actually individually you can start to share your ePoster with other people. And there are 2 ways you can do that. You can copy the QR code. If you just click on it within Learning Toolbox, then it will download it for you. And then you can use that QR code, send it to people, or include it on material that you're printing about your work, and anyone who scans it will immediately get through to your ePoster. Or you can copy the web link and you can email that to people, or you can tweet about it, whatever social media apps or channels that you use. So you can have control yourself over sharing your ePoster with others. So I hope that what we've covered today, the main topics are a quick reminder of how the ePosters are working at AMEE, showing you how to get the information in so that AMEE can print your mini poster on the 14th of August, and then how to make sure that you can, how to let us know when you're ready for your ePoster to be on the showcase. If you need further support, help as you're going through making your ePosters, then the first point of call will be our support web pages. All of the support videos are on there. Support video number 4 covers pretty much the same material as we've just done in this webinar. And there's also a set of answers to frequently asked questions on that page as well. Now, of course, you might find that the answer to your question isn't on there, in which case you can email us at this address, support@stack.services, or similarly, just click on the support tab on the right-hand side of the support pages. And we will also be at AMEE all the way through from Saturday morning through to Wednesday. We've got a dedicated help desk there, so come and see us. The weekend, the pre-conference weekend, if you've got any questions about slight improvements or changes you want to make to your ePoster, come and talk to us about those if you need any help. And during the conference itself, if you have any ideas about how you'd like to use ePosters beyond AMEE, again, just come and see us at the help desk. And here is just a reminder of what we've covered in today's call. So thank you very much for taking part. We'll take questions outside the webinar itself, and we'll put all the answers to the questions that are asked into the frequently asked questions on the support page. So thank you again for taking part, and good luck with your ePosters, and see you in Helsinki.
Yeah, same for me. Thank you very much.